Well, the man that got killed, the situation that you were in 30 years ago, he has family members.
Yeah.
He had a mother, a father that may or may not have been alive at the time. Was he an older man or a
middle-aged man?
He was a young
guy.
Or?
Yeah, he was in his early 30s. He was like 31.
Okay, in his early 30s. Did he have kids?
No kids.
No kids. Siblings?
Oh, yeah, he had a sister.
Okay. But he also had friends, and he probably had cousins and, aunts and uncles and people who loved him and so forth. Have you ever come into any level of contact with any of his relatives or his friends?
No, they was from out of state, so he had just moved down there, man, and met his fiance. So they really had no ties to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So no, I hadn't crossed paths with nobody. I think for a long time, his sister, she protested my co-defendant, and at this point, she's not protesting no more. Man, we trying to get him out of there. 30 years is something you done at the age of 15, 16 years old. Man, I stand before, I do a lot of conference speaking, right? So I stand before these people and say, man, it don't take 20, 30 years of punishment to teach someone something. It takes the right environment. So at some point, these guys grow up in prison, and whether they had to fight to get there, whether they had to kill to get there, at some point throughout their prison term, they end up in the right environment to begin to change. Whether that's in isolation confinement, whether that's in a GED class. But as a kid, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, there's no way that you can go to prison and begin working on rehabilitation. So what happens is these guys are punished for their first years of being children in prison trying to survive. So when they get grown men, they looking at that old record. So when you come home and you come back to our communities and you on these YouTube platforms and you talking gang this and crip this and come on, homie, you just come home. And what you guys keep forgetting is I've been in this community every day for 10 years. I have not taken a break. So when you come at me, I'm saying, man, where y'all been at? When I wasn't talking like this, when I wouldn't say this, when I wouldn't say the word nigga on no camera, I wouldn't say it publicly. I wouldn't offend white people. I wouldn't dare offend white people. I wouldn't dare offend black people. I was so articulate. But I see what we need. Like Tupac say, you peep the weakness in the rap game and exploit it. I sat back on this internet and I said, okay, how do we, Dr. King today wouldn't have a big following. Malcolm wouldn't have a big following. NBA YoungBoy have a big following. Durk have a big following. So if you want the ears of those people, how do you get that? You talk like them, you look like them. So that's why Don Durk and his elder crew of growth and development men have such a hard time reaching the youth. They don't have their ears. Guess what? Charleston White came in and got their ears, talking like the old Southern grandmother and grandfather. Shut up, boy, if you don't get your dumb ass out of here asking them dumb ass questions. Say, boy, get your funk ass in the bathtub, funky motherfucker. So the old Southern talk, the old Dolomite talking, that's all I did. They got stuck on the character. They got stuck on the character. And man, I'm gonna take the character overboard. I'm gonna take it overboard because I see it's effective now. We got peace in California. They coming together for Charleston White. I'm so proud of that. I ain't bullshit, boy. I'm so proud.